Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. And I want to say Shalom to Aknakwat out there, pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This is from Instagram, topic from Instagram. Of course, I don't have a title for this one yet. Kind of a little impromptu lesson. I got a couple scriptures laid out here. I'll probably grab some more if the Lord wills it to be. But I've had this video saved for a little bit in my my Instagram list. All right, so I transferred it over to this looking for news page. So maybe at one point I'll end up giving the full name for this page out, so people can send me things. Like things that they seen, or something like that. That's something that could be interesting. We all shared news clips with each other, something like that. But I've had this for a bit, and I wanted to touch on it. And today, looking through my preparing to make a lesson, looking for things to do a lesson on, I was going through my Instagram saved and came across this, and decided to go on and get this one today. So this is this guy Sneako. You can go and look up Sneako. You can see him. He's a Muslim political commentator. All right, and so he really doesn't know anything at the end of the day. And this guy's a dumbass. All right. Let me see. There was a Sneako Moist Critical. So basically, I guess Sneako, this guy was threatening this other streamer, saying that I got clips, I got guns. Yeah, here we go. I'll play it.
Started dancing around with a gun and threatening to come shoot me.
This is Sneako, all right? The same guy that you're seeing in this clip. So, this guy, let's before we go, let's read this. Funny says, Sneako is the human version of a could have gone pro if coach put me in. Bro started off with real promise. Edgy take, some clever editing, and just enough controversy to keep things spicy. He had the early YouTube sauce, smart enough to start conversations, chaotic enough to keep you watching. But somewhere between Jim selfies and Andrew Tate cosplay, it all unraveled. Now it's just monologues and wife beaters yelling about the Matrix like it's a group project he got left out of. Wasted potential? Absolutely. Sneako could have been the new age social commenter with humor and brains. He doesn't have no brains, all right? This guy's a fucking idiot. He's always been a fucking idiot. Because instead he went full echo chamber, speed run. You watch his old stuff and think, damn, this dude got it. Then you watch new stuff and think, damn, what happened? He's like the one kid in class who answered deep questions and 2 years later is outside yelling at clouds in 4K. The fall off wasn't even slow. It tripped over his own ego. Yeah, hey, because this guy was prideful, really. All these streamers get it, but we can get it right here. This is Proverbs 16 and 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. The Lord got this guy. All right, and the Lord's going to even get this guy even more for what, I don't know when this video was made, but this could have been a direct cause for his fall off and shit that ends up happening to him, right? Because he decided to come against men that were, teaching the truth in this capacity at least. All right, I think, I can't remember if this looks, I think it is ISUPK. Let me go and look. Usually it's ISUPK that dress like that. Yeah, they're usually the ones that have these, type head situations going on. So I believe this is ISUPK. Yeah, and they get the glasses. They're always doing that stuff. So I believe this is ISUPK that he's talking to. But the Lord could have got you back. All right, now ISUPK, like they say, a broken clock is right once a day. All right, or twice a day if it's a digital clock. All right, and we're not dealing with AM PM. But it's or technically an analog clock too. But Lord could have got him back for that, because while these guys are going off, all right, at the end of the day, they're still, teaching the word in a capacity, all right, and giving barely some credit. All right, credit where credit's due. They're at least, you know, teaching it. They're not teaching it in the right way, which is, you know, going off, and they're wicked for that. But some of the things that they teach, all right, being Hebrew Israelites in general, all right, are correct. But a lot, it doesn't really matter when some of the things you teach are correct and everything else that you teach is wrong. You're right on the things you're right about, but you're wrong on a whole lot. Okay, so it's great that you're right about some of those things, but what about the other things, man? When are you gonna start teaching right about those things? That goes for a lot of camps. A lot of camps have, you know, some capacity of the truth, but what does it matter? What does it earn you if you had some of the truth? Okay, you know, GMS. If you go to GMS, they'll give you the whole truth. Well, isn't that what you would rather have? The truth on of the whole matter, and not, you know, bending and twisting things to fit their own agenda, right? Because that's what you get at the other camps, right? So if you want the truth, you got to go to GMS, all right? And that's where I go to learn from, is GMS, all right? Again, I'm not in GMS, but that's where I've learned from for years, and Lord wills it to be so. I'll continue to learn from them, okay? So, and if you want the truth, that's where you'll get it from. You're not going to get it from IUIC or ISUPK or GOCC. Damn sure not going to get it from the group formerly known as Sakari. Whatever, they're not even established anymore. They all split off, okay? So, anyway, let's see what this type of guy is like, really, because they're saying, oh no, this guy, you know, he could have been a legend. He wasted talent. He's so great. Well, let's see how this guy's been. Let's see. This was a couple years ago. This is 2 years ago at least.
Started dancing around with a gun and
And what is that? A Black and Mild? It looks bigger than a Black and Mild, but some type of cigar with a tip on it. Probably is a Black and Mild.
gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, "Oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you," waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid.
So, and you know, he basically then there was being like, hey, you come at me, I'm loaded up, right? If you want to threaten me, I got it on me, right? Basically is what he's saying. And Moist Critical, you know, I don't really know about. I guess there's drama with him too. I'm not too sure about him, but he seems to be a cooler guy. I don't watch his stuff, but stuff that I have seen of it, I like. But and he didn't start none of the threatening with guns and shit. That was all Sneeko. This motherfucker right here, all right? So, and he doesn't have a point, all right? This guy's an idiot. So let's see what the point that he has is.
So God's black.
God is absolutely black. It's in the Bible. Is it a problem, God being black?
It's not a problem, it's just not what's true.
Why can't God be black?
Why would God, the almighty creator, have a skin color?
So God creates skin color, but he don't have one.
Yeah, God created the trees too, he's not a tree. That's a stupid argument.
And people are like, oh, he got him. Yeah, that's true. God did create the trees. Well, here's the difference. All right, God isn't a tree. He's a person. All right, people. Okay, and people, a person. All right, people are persons. All right, and people, persons, have a skin color. Okay, just like trees have a color. Okay, so that's a dumb fucking argument. You said that's a dumb argument. No, it's a dumb argument. You're comparing human beings to trees. Okay. Yeah, he created water too. Is he water? No, he's not water. He's not necessarily human, but we are made after his image. All right, and if we are made after his image, well, there must be a color. There must be a color. Are we transparent? Are we walking around clear? No. If we are made in his image, then what? That must mean he has hair, like how we have hair, right? He has a skin color, like how we have a skin color, right? Do you not get that? Do you not understand that? Okay. Now it's in a celestial type body. All right. It's not the same type of bodies that, you know, we have now in a flesh. Okay. Because these are weak. All right. But no, you're acting like a lot of y'all think that like the Lord's a floating orb. Okay. Like he's like a dot of energy or something, right? Like he just, that's it, right? He doesn't have hair. He doesn't have a face or none of that, right? He's just a floating ball of energy floating around. Well, that's stupid. Okay? That's dumb. Or he's all colors. So he's a rainbow? He's walking around looking like a rainbow. all right, but his head is red, all right, his eyes are blue, all right, his skin is green, his fingernails are yellow. No, that's stupid. That's another stupid take, man. And this shows you that y'all don't even read your Bible. You don't even read your Bible. You don't read it. It just sits there and just collects dust, and you get, okay, maybe you don't read, you know, pick up a paper Bible all the time. I'm someone myself that picks up the digital Bible more, all right, since it's on the phone. Okay, well, it's right there, and you're not reading it, all right? It's not reading it. You haven't used that Bible in so damn long that your phone will probably tell you that you can offload that app so you can save fucking storage space, all right? That's how long it's been since you've opened up that Bible, all right? And you don't know shit, but you stay talking about things you don't know about, man. All right, this guy and all the dumbasses will think this guy said something renowned. Let's watch it again.
God's black.
God is absolutely black. It's in the Bible. Is it a problem?
And it is in the Bible. It is in the Bible, and we're gonna get it.
God being black?
It's not a problem. It's just not what's true.
Why can't God?
It is true. Why is it not true? If you're gonna say something's not true, I need you to show me where it says that's not true.
Be black.
Why would God, the Almighty Creator, have a skin color?
Because. Why? Okay, why wouldn't the Almighty have a skin color? All right. Well, the same argument can go both ways. You're arguing why would he? I'm arguing why wouldn't he? Well, he's God. Okay, well if he's a God, can't he have everything? Well, yeah, he can have. So why wouldn't he have a skin color? If he wanted a skin color, couldn't he have a? Well, he could have a skin color, but he doesn't. So now you're saying that the Lord doesn't want a skin color. You're saying that he doesn't. So now you're telling what the Lord can and can't do. He wouldn't? What's he doing? How do you know? Are you him? Have you talked to him recently? No, you haven't.
So God creates skin color, but he don't have one.
Yeah, God created the trees too. He's not a tree.
All right. Yeah, but he is a God. Okay. So that's a stupid argument that you're saying. You're saying, oh, that's a stupid argument. He's not a tree, though. Okay. He created trees. He's not a tree. All right. He created beings. He himself is a being. He's not a tree. He's a being. Okay. And beings, what is a being? Okay. Let's look up a being. Okay. Existence. Living. Life. All right. The nature or essence of a person. The essence of a person. Okay. A being. Okay. A being. The nature or essence of a person. What is the essence of a person? What is, with the definition of being, making out to the nature or essence of a person. What is the nature or essence of a person? Psychological view, personality traits, big 5 traits: cognition, consciousness, self-concept, narrative, identity, the soul, okay, biological, genetic code, neural structures and brain chemistry, evolutionary history, okay. So technically, wouldn't skin color also fall into the essence or nature through the biological path? So it's saying it depends. All right, it depends on if we're focusing on biology, identity, or meaning. All right, but philosophically, or as essentially, it's not usually about. It's about who you are and not what you look like. Skin color is incidental to one's being. It might be incidental, but is it not significant? So now they're getting bugged out. So it doesn't mean it's insignificant, but it also doesn't mean it's significant. So now you're getting into double mind. This is what Esau has, these bugged out talks. Now they're trying to get around from skin color. Okay. So skin color is not what defines a person, but in a world that treats it as meaningful, it often becomes a significant part of one's being, both as a burden or a strength. Look, without the virtue signaling and ass covering, is or is it not a significant part of being a human, or I'll just of being a being, to have defining characteristics. One such of the like being skin color. There you go. Yes, defining characteristics like skin color are a significant part of being a being. Here's why. A being in any sense isn't just a floating soul or a pure consciousness. It exists in a body, in a context, in a world where physical traits have meaning. Defining characteristics like skin color, voice, sex, or physical appearance are a part of how a being is recognized, interacts, and experiences the world. And here's another question for you, Sneeko. All right, what about man? All right, why is he a man then? All right, would you argue that he's a man? Okay, because he's a man, so you say, oh well, he can't have why would he have a skin color? Why would he have a skin color? All right, and say, well, he created the trees. He's not a tree. Well, he created humans. Why did he choose a gender? All right, why did he have a gender? Okay, why? Does that make sense to you? It wouldn't make sense in your context, would it? Because that now it's starting to get to a point where you can't understand it. And that's what happens when you people that think you're fucking deep, man. You're not deep, okay? Why did the Lord present himself as a man, all right? Why is he a man? And we know that he's a man, all right? Right here. Boom, let's get it. Numbers 23 and 19. Yahweh, all right, the true name of the Father, all right, who the world ignorantly calls God, all right, Yahweh, or as you would call God, is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man, that's dealing with the Son, all right, that he should repent, hath he said, and shall he not do it, or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? So, you know, why is he, you know, it says right here that Yahweh is not a man that he should lie. So it says man, all right, a man, all right, or you know, we can go to the Lord's Prayer. Oh, what is that? Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So our Father, not a man that he should lie. That's defining him as male. All right. He made genders. He chose a gender. He made, well, I won't say chose a gender. He presents himself as a gender. All right. He made skin color and he presents himself as a skin color. Okay. All right. He made hair and hair types. Does he not have hair? All right. Is he just a floating orb? No, he's not. We can prove that in Daniel 7 and 9. It says, I beheld well, first of all, let's go and see who Daniel 7 and 9 is talking about. Who is talking about? Come on. Right here, the Ancient of Days. Okay, title used in the Bible only in this chapter of Daniel. It says, in Jewish interpretation, the Ancient of Days is typically understood to be Yahweh. Okay, there you go. The imagery, white hair, fiery throne, eternal presence, symbolize eternity, wisdom, purity, and judgment. Okay, there you go. The Ancient of Days in Christian interpretation is also usually seen as Yahweh, the Father. So, that's who it is. So, Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days, you know, because he's ancient, all right, no beginning and no end, did sit, whose garment was white as snow. Why is he wearing clothes? Those are just for humans. Why does he need to wear clothes? What's he wearing clothes for? Why is he wearing a garment? Why is he wearing clothes? I thought he was just a little ball of orb floating around, wasn't he? No, he has a presence, an appearance. Okay, dummy. Okay, it says whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. The hair of his head like the pure wool. So his hair was woolly. Okay, his hair was, and you have a lot of people saying, no, his hair was white. No, well, wool comes in many different colors. All right, colors of wool. Okay, not Minecraft. Colors of sheep. Shetland Sheep Society seems to have a good thing. Okay, look, so you got black, dark brown, bluish gray, fawn gray, light gray, yellowish brown, reddish brown, pale grayish brown, dark gray, Shayla, white. All right, all these different, look at all these different colors, man. Look at all these different colors. No, that means he has white hair. No, it never said white. Okay, it said the hair of his head like the pure wool. Okay, so who has woolly like hair? Okay, out of all the races in the world, who has hair like wool? Oh, you're asking a straightforward question, so here's a straightforward answer. People of African descent, particularly those with sub-Saharan African, are the group most commonly associated with hair like wool. There you go. And that's what they call our people, African. All right, so, So woolly hair, the father has woolly hair. Oh no, that can't be good, right? That must mean he's a so-called black man, right? Because he has hair like wool. I don't see no white people with hair like wool. I don't see no Middle Eastern people with hair like wool, all right? I don't see no Asian people with hair like wool. So who has hair like wool? Jake, all right? Israel, so-called Negroes, all right, primarily, okay? So, and then, of course, the Latinos and Native Americans are also part of, Jake Israel, but they don't really have the woolly hair aspect, okay? They're still Israelites, but they're, Southern Kingdom, the Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, the so-called, usually referred to as Negroes, or black people, or African Americans, or, a bunch of different names that they put on our people. But, they refer to our people as that, and those are the people that would happen to have the woolly hair. So, going back, so why did he have a hair color? All right, doesn't need one, does he? Doesn't need one. He has a skin color too, okay? And the sun has a skin color too, and you really hate that one. That one's in Revelation. I always forget. Revelation. I need to get better with my remembering. One and 15. All right. So let me go from 12. Revelation 1 and 12. All right. It says, and I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. There it is, Son of Man, speaking of Yahushua. Clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Okay? His head and his hairs were white, like wool, as white as snow. Now, this one talks about hair color for the most part, is what people say, right? No, his hair was white. That's what it's talking about. Well, wait a minute. So let's go and look up Jesus real quick. Because when I go and look up Jesus, where's the white hair? It's not there. So you're wrong again. Okay? This is really, it's in the true capacity, it's talking about the texture and the color. Okay? The texture and the color. But they'll try to say, no, it's not talking about the texture. It's just white like wool. It's not woolly. All right, well, wait a minute. In Daniel, we just got that the father's hair is woolly. Okay? But it's not talking about color here. All right? No, when he says pure wool, it's talking about white. Well, there's many colors of wool. So what are you talking about? See, this is the one that starts to get the Christians foaming at the mouth because they try to, do damage control and they just can't. They can't understand it. And even if you said it's talking about his hairs being white, then why do you keep on depicting Jesus, all right, as having brown hair when it said that he had white hair? Okay? Why is that? And then continuing on, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Why does he have blue eyes, and why are his eyes not red orange? Okay, why is it that? Let's continue on in verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. There you go. So his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. Brass. Let's go and look at the color of brass in the first place. Okay, and this is finally polished, but let's look up ancient brass. Okay, brass like this. All right, see how it's brown. Okay, it's brown. See how it's brown. Okay, see how it's brown. Look at it. See how it's brown? But it's not just brass. It's burnt brass. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. The Bible says Hamashiach, they say Christ ignorantly, was the color of brass. All right, Revelation 1:14 through 15. Look who's holding this. Looky here. Looky here. What do we have here? That's almost identical to the same color, man. Okay? Even down to the sheen. So don't even come at us, man, with that bullshit. All right? Why did the sun need a color? Okay? Why did he need a color? Okay? Because the Lord wanted him to have a color. Why is the Lord have a color? Yes, of course. The Father has a color as well. Okay? And generally, I don't know if you know this, fathers tend to look a little bit, sons tend to look a little bit like their fathers. I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know if you, you're aware of that, but usually you have some of the traits that your father has. Okay, so I don't know if you knew that or not. And the hair of his head, like the pure wool, his throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels is burning fire. So again, you don't know what you're talking about.
That's a stupid argument. So God's black.
You're right. That is a stupid argument. That you just made. It's in the Bible. Where? Again, and I liked what someone said here. This person said, I'm just going to read it as they say it. Jesus was bronze-skinned, brass, but skinned with hair like wool. They believe Jesus was God. Well, no, that's not the truth, okay? No, they're separate entities, okay? But he's not anyway. He's a prophet. You know what I'm talking about. It says, Jesus is God, but he wasn't black. Let's see. He said he wasn't black. Let's see what he looks like. Oh, he's white. Oh, he's white. It says that's not black, and Jesus wasn't God. He was a lot of these people don't know anything. Let's see what this guy looks like. Doesn't have a profile picture in which I can see his skin color. Let's see what else we had. Let's see. This person says Revelation 1:14 through 15 says he said I swear. You're not supposed to swear, but it says y'all don't even read your fake Bible. What do you mean your fake Bible? What are you talking about? What else? White like wool. If you want to use the Bible, do it correctly. Cedos. What is he talking about? It says white like wool. What are you talking about? These guys don't. A lot of these guys don't know what they're talking about. I have no idea. It says, write your own Bible. Jesus was Arab. Semitic. Yes, there are black Semites. Black is a color, not a race. These guys don't understand what they're talking about. They don't understand what they're talking about at all. Heavy on God doesn't need a skin color. Let's see what she looks like. White. All the people that say God doesn't have a skin color, he doesn't need a skin color. All right, forget the color. Did you get the message? What does this person look like? They don't really have nothing, but a lot of the posts have Jake in it. Let's see. Imagine arguing with Sneeko and he's the one that's right. He's not right. These guys, they're so gone, man. All right. This person said, God is a frying pan in my book. There's one of those fucking dumbasses. All right, you can call the Lord a Yoplait yogurt. All right, and this guy seems to be a fucking gook or something to me. All right, I can't even tell what he is, but yeah, man. And all these people are upset. Okay, because the Lord can't be black. No, he can't be. Right? Because y'all are Edomites, man, or some other fucking filthy type of heathen, man. The Lord ain't dealing with you. The Lord is not dealing with you. He's dealing with his people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And I don't give a singular fuck if you don't like that, all right? None of us care if you don't like that, okay? If you don't like that, hey, take it up with the Lord, because guess what? Don't kill the messenger, as they say. And y'all tend to kill the messenger a lot, All right, y'all were prophet killers, and at the end of the day, anyway. All right, but we know through the scriptures that they hate you. Remember that they hated me first. All right, you hate us because we're spreading the message of the Lord, and you don't want the Lord to be a Negro. All right, he can't be a filthy Negro, a dirty black-skinned Negro. He can't be. All right, that's what it is. All right, if someone said he was Asian, you wouldn't have as big as an issue. All right, no one's ever had an issue with him being white. All right, no one ever had an issue with him being white. Middle Eastern's fine. Black, wrong. Can't be. Cannot be. Absolutely not. That's wrong. You're completely going off. You're using the Bible for hate, this and that. But he can be Middle Eastern, he can be Asian, he can be this, he can be that. But oh no, God forbid, he can't be black. That's the only color he can't be. God's all colors except black. All right? He can be purple, green, yellow, all right, white. Well, that means he can be black. No, not black. Not black. He can be all colors. He's the color of a rainbow. Not well, he can't be black. No black. No black. Can he be gray? He can be gray. Can he be black? No, he can't be black. Absolutely not black. So he can be everything but black. Okay? Anything but black. And black is a deceptive term anyway, because no one's black. All right? No one looks like asphalt. All right? You got some of the Hamites that come close, but even then they have a purplish brown undertones. It's a strange color when they get like that. But black people are not black people. They are brown people. All right? Of various different Israelites, all of us are various different shades of brown. Okay? Light brown to dark brown. Okay? And when you're dark brown, they say that's black. It's not black. All right? If I took art if I was making a painting and I said hand me the black, all right? They're going to hand me something that looks like the writing right here. All right? They're not going to hand me a brown. Okay? No, I'm making a black guy. Hand me the black marker. No, you're going to say hand me the brown marker. If you're drawing Jakes, all right, or so-called black folk in art, you have a brown marker. You don't use a black marker, okay? So our people are not black, all right? They're brown, all right? The so-called Latinos, the so-called Negroes are brown. The so-called Latinos are brown, and the so-called Native Americans, once again, are brown, all right? Brown. Nobody's black in that midst, okay? But you do that, it's all deceptive languaging, because black means unpure. White means pure and holy, right? Really, we're the white people and you're the black people if you really want to get down to it, okay? Because you're the ones they're always doing the most wicked shit, and you all, you put it on us. See, with these people, yeah. Well, the thing is, our downfall is just televised more, okay? They make sure to show us on the news more. Esau's doing the same shit. They're fucking kids, all right? You got Jewish people in tunnels fucking kids and chewing foreskins off with their teeth. All right, and doing all this shit, but that isn't as televised as much as, Jake robbed a bank or shot some people up. And 9 times out of 10, shooting our own people in the first place, okay? It's not like Esau is getting caught up in the midst, and they act like it's a detriment to them somehow, okay? And not that our people should be doing that, but Esau always makes everything about themselves, all right? Because they are a proud, narcissistic people. It's always about them. Me, it's about me. It's about me. We matter, all right? Black lives matter happen. No, white lives matter. All lives matter. Anything but black. It can be, you could say anything. All lives matter. Cop lives matter. Black lives matter. No, black lives don't matter. Right? No, stop saying that. And I'm not with the Black Lives Matter, but movement anyway, because that was all a bunch of fucking stupid scam for the simple Jake. But notice that anything can be anything as long as it's not black. When it becomes black, now it's bad. Okay? Now it's bad. The Lord can be any color. It can't be black. Okay? Can't be black. You don't see that? This guy thought he thought he was philosophical. He thought he said something, man. Proverbs 12:15. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. And like I got at the beginning, be more ready to hear, okay? They are to get the sacrifice of fools. When you went up there, you should have just fucking listened. All right? You should have just listened. All right? And I don't know what Sneako's race is anyway. What race is Sneako? All right, his name is Nicholas Kanzdad Bartantani. All right, or whatever. Sounds like some Muslim Indian shit. All right, Balintazi. All right, so what is he? Fucking. Oh, it says he has a Filipino mother with a Haitian father with part Jewish. Haitian father with part Jewish ancestry. So, Haitian. All right, we know the Haitians are the Levites, right? I believe. Let me go and double check. because I always double fucking guess myself. 1 minute. I'll pull it up. Yeah, Levites. All right, the Haitians are the Levites. All right, which would be in the southern kingdom. All right, Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. So Negroes. All right, black people. Right, so-called. But I believe that Jewish ancestry on your father's side, is probably where you come from. He's probably a fucking small hat. All right, that's probably what he is. Sneeko, what race is Sneeko's dad? He's his Haitian father with. Let's see. Sneeko's dad is revealed. He is not black Haitian like Sneeko said. He lied about his ethnicity. Says who gives a fuck? He's 25% black. His dad is half Haitian. Well, what part? Let's see.
What else should I ask her, Chad? They're saying you're a Matrix agent. Oh yeah, okay, how about this? Can you guess my ethnicity?
You're definitely Asian, right?
There's something else. There's a couple other.
Okay, I'd say like Asian. Maybe the Filipino or like black.
Got it. That's
Wait,
the,
it's Filipino?
wait, what was the second one you said? You said black? Yeah. My dad's half black, half white. Yeah, my mom's Filipino.
His dad's half black, half white. So, I'd be willing to bet. Let's see, my father. Let's see. I gotta get to the bottom of this. Mother's from the Philippines. Let's see. Sneeko, my dad and his chimp in the 1960s. Interesting. I wonder which half. He's probably got a white dad that got with a black mom. Alright, Haitian mom. That's usually how it works. It's not usually the other way around. But, let's see. So, Sneeko is half Haitian, half Filipino. His dad is half Haitian and half white, Jewish. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Prove this guy's an Edomite. Summary of his ancestry. Father, Haitian and Ashkenazi Jewish ancestry via his paternal grandfather. You know what paternal means? Paternal. Relating to the father. So his grandfather is Ashkenazi Jewish. Well, his great-grandfather. His dad's dad is Ashkenazi Jewish. All right? An Amalekite. That makes his father an Amalekite, which makes him, boom, 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 an Amalekite. Knew something was up with this fucking dude. He's a cracker, man. He's a fucking cracker. This guy's an Edomite. Boom. Got your ass, man. Got your ass. Okay? That's why you're acting that way. That's why you're bucking up. Because you're an Edomite. I know you're an Edomite. You're a fucking Edomite. All right? An Amalekite, really. You're just Esau's grandson. That's all. All right? There you go. That says, oh, I'm Filipino, I'm Haitian. Nah, your dad has that part Jewish answer. It's from his father's side. If it was from his mom's side, it wouldn't have mattered, but it's from his father's side. So you're a Jew. Well, not really a Jew. You're a wannabe Jew. You're Jewish. All right, ish. You're a small hat, 1948, or you're an Amalekite. Ha 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 ha. Got your ass. That's why you act like that. There you go. See, there you go, brothers and sisters. That's why you always got to look into people. All right, say, oh, I'm this, I'm that. No, you're just an Edomite. You're just an Edomite, and you can tell by the way he moved. He acted like a tear anyhow. That's a tear. Okay. So there you go. Let's get the final scripture for the lesson and then close out. How long have we been going for? 40 minutes. So Genesis 1:26. It says, and Yahweh said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So he said, let's make a man in our image, all right, after our likeness. And a lot of people say, why is he saying our image and not my image, all right, or we, or what? Well, you got to think about the royal we. I use it a lot. I say, we just did that the other day, referring to me. Okay, I'll say, oh yeah, we did that already. We is royal we. Okay, what is a royal we?
Royal we.
All right, the use of we instead of I by an individual person has traditionally used by a sovereign. Okay, and it's usually used by royals or people of higher standard, right? It said the royal we is a way of stating an opinion that assumes the speaker speaks for many. All right. And that's why I use it. When I say, oh, yeah, we did that, or we have done that, or we just did this, or we, I'm usually referring to we as in either just myself or we as in a body of, Israelite teachers. All right. So that as in we, all right, Hebrew Israelites, we. So, yeah, man. So that's essentially what's going on here is really a royal R. All right. So, and Yahweh said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. So there would have to be a skin color then, okay? If it's after his likeness, there would have to be hair, eyes, a body, okay, skin color, right? That's how it would have to be. But again, you don't understand it, all right? Because you're fools, all right? You're just a bunch of fools. Do I want to get one more scripture and close out? I think I do. Let's see. Let me go and get, let me open up my, you know what? I'll just do it here. We'll grab one. Let's see what we got. See what we got rolling. Let's go and get, scoffers. Let's get something on scoffers. I think it's under mocking and scoffing. No? Here it is. I don't know how I was passing it by, but scoffers. Let's get a couple here. Ecclesiasticus 27 and 28. And again, I have these all pasted from the King James Bible Online, but if you doubt them, please, by all means, go and look them up. They'll say the same thing. Ecclesiasticus 27 and 28. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. So don't be surprised if the guy ends up, how do I want to say it? Passing away. All right. Don't be surprised. All right. Gets into an accident or something terrible ends up happening to him. Let's see. What do we have? Let's see. What else? Jude 1 and 18. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lusts. What else? And then we'll close out with Galatians 6 and 7 because that's fantastic. Yep, that's where we'll close out. Galatians 6 and 7. We'll get it right here. We'll close this out. We'll get it. And that's where we'll close out. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You're trying to, mock the ministry. And even though those guys are going off, all right, in pretty large capacity, all right, what they were saying was true. And you wanted to mock it and laugh and scoff and ha ha ha. No, he's not a tree. All right, well, yeah, because he's not a tree, but he is a being. All right, and beings generally have a color. Okay, dummy. So that's the lesson. We're going to close out there. Lord, what was edifying. All right, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I want to say shalom, you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Till next one, Lord willing. Shalom.